Hey everyone, it's Mystic with the Gunpla Network, and today we're going to be reviewing the high-grade Shia Qan T from Build Fighters Island Wars. If you're interested in this kit, you can grab it over at Canadian Gundam. They have flat rate shipping to the US and Canada and an option of a private warehouse. Don't forget to use your code Gunpla Network to save 10% off your entire order. Shia Qan T is a close quarters combat mobile suit. We will only be getting a sword with this. This doesn't come with any guns. It doesn't come with many weapons at all. I feel like it sticks really close to what the Qan T originally was. Except now we get a brand new color scheme. We've got this very vibrant green, a dark forest green, some yellow in the midsection, and some clear blue plastic pieces. Also, the V-fin on the front was changed a little bit, and then of course there's the addition of the cat ears. Okay, now let's get into the size comparisons. First, we have it next to our SD Freedom. It's about the same height as the HG Freedom. Binder and wings are basically about the same height. And here it is next to our Giant Master Grade Freedom 2.0. Next, let's get into the articulation of this. Head is on a double-sided ball joint, so it does have that additional ability to tuck in a little. Lots of front to back, side to side motions. The ball joint of the shoulder is on one of those hinged joints, so it can come forward a little. And then has pretty much all of the standard shoulder articulation. That full bicep rotation. Elbow bend is only stopped by the armor. The green part on its wrist does move back and forth ever so slightly. And then you've got that hand on a ball joint. You can pull it out just a little bit for more articulation. And you can throw the arms all the way up until the shoulders stop them. In my opinion, it has a really decent crunch for a high grade. A little bit of side to side. And it is on a peg, so you can actually just rotate it if you want. Now, this front skirt is actually just on a ball joint. I did have a couple problems with it not staying in super well, but it stays in good enough. But it can just rotate on that. Side skirts move up and down. And now while the base of the back skirt does not move, these actually open up. You can put them as high as you would like, and they make sure you can kick back as far as you want on this Gundam. Front skirt also does not get in the way of any forward kick. You can shift this part back and forth. And it has a really good double jointed knee, so the top and the bottom of the leg can literally just lay on top of each other. This part on top of its foot is on a hinge, so I can move up and down to get out of the way. I have never been a fan of the way that this kind of foot joint looks, but you can't deny how much movement it actually ends up giving you. You really get any sort of foot movement you want out of this side to side, forward, back. You can get the full splits, there's no resistance from the side skirts whatsoever, and the joints are capable of doing this. Let's move on to all of these stickers it did come with. It was a decent size looking sticker sheet, but most of it was reflective mirror pieces. So I'm not super mad about any of these stickers, but let's run through them quickly. Obviously we have the eyes, which worked fine. Stickers that were a little hard to place were this blue one in the front and the blue one in the back of the head. There's this little white sticker to continue the top part of the head, because I think this piece is a green piece underneath here. You've got this black sticker that has little blue lines for the back of its head. This very shiny blue sticker on the back part around where its backpack would be. Then we have all of the mirrored stickers underneath the blue clear pieces. We have the chest. We have the 2 in the side of his head. 4 in the arms total. And then this really big one in his legs. Oh yeah, and we also have this one over in the binder. And lastly, we have these little gray stickers on his feet for color correction that kind of make the weird ankle joints that I'm not a fan of visually look a little bit better. Now let's take a look at all of the accessories that did come with this kit. So we had the 2 closed fists, and we did get 1 open hand for this side. We got a little peg hole cover for if we don't want our Shia Qan T up on an action base. We got this much smaller version of the GN sword from the original Qan T. I like the look of this way better. It doesn't really have much articulation, the handle does move a tiny bit. And it just slides into the hand over here. Nice and snug, doesn't fall out. We're gonna set this sword right here for a minute and take a look at the binder. We're gonna take these little sides off so I can show you some articulation a little bit better. These little pieces do have a little bit of articulation here. Of course, this little flap does flip up, but the whole thing is on a hinge, so the whole thing can move up and down. This connector piece moves so much, pretty much every piece of it can turn. This little piece can move back and forth. These clear blue blade-like pieces do move up and down along this line. And now getting back to the piece that we took off. It is on this really interesting hinge that allows me to just pull it all the way out like this. And now you'll see a little notch right there. These actually clip in to hold it into place, like that. Then if you bring them back in, you'll also see a little hinge down there to once again hold them in place down at this angle. Now let's go back to the sword that we conveniently left out. You take off the clear blue tip of that sword, and I don't know if you can see this, but it has a little notch for that to slide into. Look at that. I think that's beautiful. Now, only on the bottom of this arm do we have a notch, which is where this hooks into. And just like that, we have a very secure shield. Quick side note on the tops of the arms, they do have this notch, which I'm assuming is a leftover piece from the kit that this is originally from. I did try to hook in the Seven Swords gun, and it was just too big for the arm notches, but I did give that a try. The binder clips in over here on this side, and the amount of movement on this is absolutely ridiculous. If you put it back here, I believe this is flight mode. You just pop one of these sides out to kind of hold it in there. It doesn't like actually connect, it just kind of keeps it from wiggling around. There we go. Now they're lined up and this is open. Now it's in flight mode. Now we can swing it over here so it is on the side. The kind of standard pose for this. Now the part that surprised me the most about this is that this, even though it's kind of a heavy piece, the midsection of this mobile suit is secure enough, at least currently, to hold it up. It doesn't have a whole lot of sideways lean. Maybe over time the PC parts will wear down and they'll become more of a problem, but as of right now, this is an extremely sturdy kit. Overall, I really liked this kit. There are some panel lining opportunities throughout the kit. It does have those weird notches in the top of its arm that go to nothing. And it does have those weird holes in the side of the leg joint, which I'm assuming would hold up a weapon on maybe the original kit. Seam lines overall, there's a couple. Nothing really super big. They're all going to be fairly easy to patch up. I'm not seeing many issues with that at all. Stickers on it will look pretty good. It came with very little accessories, but the accessories it did come with are satisfying to me. Don't really like the whole top-down look of the binder connection piece. It's a little ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But the amount of things you can do with that binder is absolutely amazing. And I feel like that just makes up for it somehow. I did want to show you the extra pieces it did come with super quick. It's a Build Fighters kit. It came with several extra pieces. This little V-fin just barely can sit on where its old V-fin is. You would have to modify it a little to actually get it to hold in, but it is the correct size if you're interested in doing that. The articulation on this kit was pretty good. I've had kits with way worse articulation that had way more problems with falling apart when I tried to do anything with it. So this is actually going to be pretty high up on my list of high grade recommendations, actually. And we really can't deny just how cute this kit is. I love those kitty ears. But alright everyone, I think that's gonna do it for this review of the high grade Shia Qan T. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And don't forget to keep building.